This video contains 10 foods that human beings consume but ruin their cardiovascular, intestinal, and brain health. By eliminating these 10 foods from your life, you can live much healthier, extend your life, and continue your life in a much more peaceful way. If you are ready, here are the 10 most harmful foods in the world. Before starting the video, I have a small request from you. Our channel, which opened about 6 months ago, reached 1,700 subscribers in a very short time, and I can say that this is our only motivation. By subscribing to our channel, which has no profit motive, you can motivate us, turn on notifications, and thus increase our motivation in producing content. Please subscribe and stay tuned. Margarines rank first in the top 10 most harmful foods in the world. Why margarines? Because when margarines were first produced, they were presented as a vegetable oil. But in fact, they are not a vegetable oil. These are actually freak fats. These are solid fats that are formed by adding hydrogen bonds to vegetable oils to keep them solid at room temperature in order to enhance the smell and taste of the recipes they are added to, and sometimes may contain additives. Margarines are freak fats. These fats normally have no place in our metabolism, and they are a storehouse of trans fats. Trans fats are fats that can accumulate in organs that are difficult to melt and burn at body temperature and can cause many diseases such as cancer and cardiovascular diseases. Margarines are one of the most dangerous fats, and it should be removed from our lives. Well, I don't consume margarine. I hear you say that. You may not put it in your kitchen, but those nice smells that come to your nose when you pass by the bakeries in the morning are all margarine. Half of the pastries you buy from the bagel shops on the corner on your way to work are margarine. So you are actually consuming a margarine flour, not a flour product. And we need to stay away from these fats as much as possible. Salami and sausages come second on our list. Although salami and sausages look like meat products, they are actually processed meat products. In other words, these are processed meat products produced by adding nitrites, nitrosamines, some additives, flavorings, high salts to meat. And these have nothing to do with normal meat. The nitrites, nitrates, and nitrosamines added are directly related to stomach cancer and cardiovascular disease. Studies show the following. People who consume about 40 grams of salami sausage a day, not more, have a 40% increased risk of diabetes. In other words, it is such a foodstuff that even just consuming a small amount of it is enough to become diabetic. It is also associated with childhood leukemia. The risk of leukemia increases 9 times in children who consume them more than once a week. Look, these are not meat. This is a completely freakish processed meat product with meat flavor, monosodium glutamate added, nitrite nitrosamines added, and we should stay away from them. Third on our list is bullion. Bullion may be touted as if it is the juice of meat. In fact, they have nothing to do with meat. It is an additive created by evaporating the water of these meats completely afterwards, adding additives, and the most dangerous one is monosodium glutamate. When you add bullion to food, the taste that comes to your mouth is not a real meat taste. You actually like monosodium glutamate, and monosodium glutamate can cause direct brain damage. It is also very harmful for children and can be addictive. Monosodium glutamate is not only in bullion. You can also find it in the patties in those hamburger shops you go to most often. Please stay away from bullion. Monosodium glutamate is one of our biggest enemies. Fourth on our list are French fries and chips, which have become almost indispensable in the evenings. When French fries are consumed under home conditions, you slice the potato, put it in the oven, add a little olive oil, and it is completely healthy. But when you boil French fries in vegetable oil, it becomes very harmful. Their acrylamide content increases. Those beneficial fats in it start to oxidize and start to clog the arteries. Especially chips. While chips themselves were already a big trouble, now it has started to enter the business of flavored chips, and the number of additives in them is very high. That is why we do not recommend the consumption of chips for either children or adults. Chips are not a part of our daily diet. I know they are everywhere. I know they are in the markets, children consume them constantly. But because we consume them constantly, we get sick very often. Our immune system is turned upside down. We get cancer and cardiovascular disease at a very early age. As a matter of fact, I mentioned that chips are all fat products. The rest is carbohydrate. So it is a flour. So it is a processed carbohydrate product. This in itself significantly increases the risk of diabetes. Please stay away from chips. Cola comes in 5th place. Unfortunately, cola, one of the most widely consumed beverages worldwide, contains very high levels of sugar. In colas that do not contain sugar, this time it contains sweeteners such as aspartame sulfame K, and these seriously increase the risk of metabolic syndrome and diabetes. Caffeine can also be found in cola. Sugar is not the only harmful substance in cola. In addition to these, sodas and cold teas are also seriously harmful. We should not include cola in our daily lives. Consuming just 1 cola a day increases the risk of death from heart attack by 1.4 times. Isn't that an enormous rate? And almost the only reason for this enormous rate is cola. Cola may be an industrially ubiquitous beverage that has become a staple on every table. But the fact that it is widely consumed does not make it healthy. Let's keep cola away from our tables. In the 6th place, there is a subject I would like to touch upon in particular: energy drinks. Although they look like a variant of cola, they contain high levels of stimulants. Substances such as caffeine and taurine can seriously tire the body. There are people who drink only to energy drinks and their arrhythmia goes away. There are people who have broken heart syndrome, which we call Takotsubo cardiopathy. You may have drunk a lot of energy drinks so far and may not have developed any local effects. The fact that you have not developed these side effects does not mean that you will not get sick. It damages the pancreas. Insulin levels rise. Cortisone levels rise. The body becomes severely fatigued. The permeability of your arteries is impaired. Nitric oxide decreases, and all of this is caused by energy drinks. Energy drinks are not energy drinks. They are drinks that stimulate the energy pathways in the body. Substances such as ginseng can also be seriously stimulating and put your heart at risk. Please stay away from energy drinks. 7th place goes to fruit juices. Do not be fooled by the name. Fruit juices are not the juice of the fruit, and most of them contain heavy metals. And then industrially, you may know that these are fruit juices, but when you read the labels of the products, you will realize that most of them are actually fruit nectars. Glucose, fructose syrup is added, and some of them do not even contain a proper fruit. They are actually sugary drinks. Even one fruit juice every day can cause attention deficit and hyperactivity in children. It can impair children's cognitive functions and cause mental retardation. And fruit juice does all of this. I am seriously disturbed by the mention of fruit in the term fruit juice. There is a perception as if it is the pulp of the fruit, as if by drinking it you can get all the nutrients, all the fiber from the fruit. In fact, there is no fiber in these. The vitamin level in them is also very low. Since they stay on the shelves for a long time, they lose most of the bioactive compounds and beneficial compounds. Fruit juice should not be consumed. Fruit juice is sugar. It is not the juice of the fruit, and these are harmful for our body. If you want to drink fruit juice, you can squeeze oranges, squeeze pomegranates, squeeze carrots, and make their juice yourself at home, provided that it is not too much once in a while. But I would never recommend buying it from outside. 8th place goes to breakfast cereals. These are those round balls, yes, those cornflakes, which are frequently featured in the advertisements of our childhood, which children who enter every kitchen pour milk on and eat. These are seriously harmful. Don't look at the name cornflakes. There is a lot of sugar in them. They have sweeteners, and there are multiple additives. The studies that have been done on the consumption of cereals show that they significantly increase the risk of hypertension, diabetes. These are not natural foods. These are processed simple carbohydrates. Breakfast cereals cannot be a breakfast portion. They cannot be part of our breakfast. And because it's usually made with milk, it's actually sugar that gives it that good taste when you first eat it. And because it contains high levels of sugar, the insulin level will be increased quickly and then the insulin peaks will continue. This will seriously stress the body. For that moment, you may feel temporary happiness because it stimulates the body's reward center, but then it will cause serious anxiety, attention shortage, and deterioration of mental functions. Let's eliminate breakfast corn bellies from our diet. The ninth of the world's most harmful foodstuffs is 3-in-1 coffees. Don't be fooled by the name 3-in-1, as if it contains milk, sugar, and coffee. These don't contain milk. These contain cream. These contain some cream with saturated fats, and there are 14 ingredients ranging from anti-caking agents to colorants. These are not 3-in-1, they are almost a chemical factory because they are 14-in-1. You would never normally have these in your kitchen and drink such a drink by adding these substances. But you can buy it from the market and drink it ready-made with hot water at work, because it is easy for us. But just because it's easy doesn't mean it's healthy. Instead of drinking 3-in-1, you can drink completely black filter coffee, or you can add a little sugar to the filter coffee. Especially instant coffees, which are made by adding water, are also seriously harmful. Please, let's not use them as a normal beverage in our daily lives to give us pleasure to stay awake. 3-in-1 coffees are very harmful. In 10th place are nuggets and schnitzel. Nuggets and schnitzels are not white meat products. The substances on them, the additives, monosodium glutamates, high levels of salt, preservatives, etc., are seriously harmful. You are consuming a mixture of processed chicken, completely pulverized starches, harmful additives, monosodium glutamate. Add to that the fact that they are covered in breadcrumbs and usually cooked in oil, and it becomes completely chaotic. Nuggets and schnitzel should not be part of our daily diet. And let's not think of nuggets and schnitzel as a white meat product. They have nothing to do with chicken. Chicken should travel. A chicken should eat what it finds around. By eating what the chicken eats, we can benefit from what the chicken benefits from. But the chickens used for nuggets and schnitzel are completely industrial chickens. Chickens that are fed with antibiotic feed and do not see the sun. These are seriously harmful for our metabolism. If we're going to eat chicken, we should eat free-range chicken. If we are going to eat white meat, we should go and buy it from a place where we know the source. Please keep nuggets and schnitzel off the table. Yes, just by removing these 10 food items from your tables, you can be seriously protected from diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, cardiovascular diseases, and cancer. Remove these 10 food items from your tables and diet. Extend your lifespan. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications for more information and tips to improve health and quality of life. If you have any questions or would like to share your experiences with us, feel free to leave them in the comments section. See you in the next videos. Stay healthy,